I hope that's the first thing they heard. I really hope that's the first thing they heard. Hello, and welcome to the Elite Racer Series Season 2, race number 4. We're going road course racing at Road America. I am joined once again for the second week in a row with just Timothy Gary. We're here for Road America, the first road course race of the season. It is going to be a fun one for sure. We have LT as our in-race reporter, and he'll be starting second, but Kenny is starting on pole. So, Tim, road course racing in the Elite Racer Series, it's some different race settings is what we're used to seeing. So what do you expect these drivers to do with the difference in race settings?
Well, I think you're going to see a little smarter racing because you're not going to have any yellows or anything that's going to stack the field back up. So I think you're going to see a little bit smarter racing, but you also may see some guys that are a little more aggressive because if they do spin somebody, it's not like they're going to get back to them anytime soon. So conflicting side of this strategy there for guys. It's going to be cool to see. I think they're going to have to pit in the last stage, so it's going to be kind of cool to see what kind of strategy people pull there.
Yeah, 25 laps at Road America. It doesn't seem like a lot, but 4 miles around each time, 2 minutes. It adds up for sure, and we'll have stage yellows, so there will be some yellows in this. And LT, just tell us whenever we can join.
You can join now.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. So it looks like we have 18 drivers racing. And LT, you're starting second in this race. What is going to be your philosophy going into turn one? Because some people might have a little bit more aggressive braking zones than what you are thinking.
Yeah, I'm just going to try to survive because people are going to be setting each other, and it's going to be crazy. So just try to hit my mark. Hopefully the people behind me hit their mark. And, yeah, just hopefully survive the first turn and the rest of the course, which I don't think will happen, but we'll see.
Do you think Kenny will get payback from you from Echo at the same racetrack in Canada Corner?
If he does, I don't blame him. Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Always have to bring up the bad stuff, LT.
You know, Joe, we didn't talk about possible passing opportunities, but good ones. Going into turn one is a great braking zone, so you can make passes there, as well as down into turn 4, I believe it is. Very long straightaway going into a tight corner. And then also turn 8 is a great passing zone. And LT's going to overdrive it after trying to pass me there.
He wanted to make sure he probably
I disconnected.
Ooh.
Oh man,
no.
that was smart. Oh, yeah.
I hope you have another invite.
More invites. I got 2 more. Unless you guys start a new lobby, then Joe's on you.
LT got shuffled out there. Big Jim's around him. He's side by side with 11. Kenny is meanwhile pulled away, as you mentioned, Tim going down to turn 4, this heavy left-hander after, you know, it's a heavy braking zone, long straightaway, and some people like to throw it off in there, but if you throw off too far, you get into that stand, it can slow you down. I think that was Dirty Boy there. So got Tiger wrecked in the inside, but he's able to keep it going straight. Already, Allen has fallen off in the 88, so he's gotten to a crash at some point on this opening lap, and Dirty Boy has gotten away, but 5-lap stage here at the start, so it could be a quick one to start out this race.
It seems like it would be a quick one, but it still is over 10 minutes of racing, so you have to go 10 minutes solidly without making any mistakes. So even though it seems like it'd be shorter, it is still a bit of a longer stage, like time-wise.
This one of the more unique road courses too. You know, it's high speed, but also a lot of technical portions on this track. So it's a great mix, and it really shows some of the best road course racers in NASCAR heat. You know, I think this is one of the premier road courses, and definitely one of the better ones on the game from what we've seen, as KD right now in third, but under fire from Big Jim, and I think that's LT right behind that in 19. We got some Eric McClure paint schemes in this, unfortunately.
Like we got 3. Yeah, it's battling for second.
Yeah, I think that's 2 Eric
Dirty
McClure
Boy
cars right
lead?
behind that. Yeah, that's Dirty Boy in second, KD in third, Big Jim fourth, and LT in a Eric McClure car in fifth, and just behind him another Eric McClure car. I think that's the 11.
DKR, yeah, it's Fahrenheit.
Unfortunately, McClure passed away earlier today, so rest in peace to him, and prayers to the McClure family.
And right behind BKR, you have Workman.
Yeah.
Man who probably dominated last week in Michigan, but just lost the race lead there. Just couldn't really make the move off of 2, but I don't know how good of a road course racer he is. If he performs well, though, I think he's going to be one to watch for the rest of the season if he can nail all the biases.
Yeah, he's been good everywhere we've gone so far. Vegas and, you know, obviously, as you mentioned, Michigan and even Richmond. So that's a heavy variety of tracks. If he can come out here with a top 7, top 5, that really could show, you know, how good he'll be this season. He's one that's been knocking on the door so far this season. He's had a chance to win all 3. So he's looking to break through, and at some point he might. But this battle for third's getting entertaining. You have Big Jim KD
You
and
got 4
BKR and
guys
LT.
stacked up.
It's like we're pack
And
racing right now.
Right behind that, you have Blizzy, who's another great road course racer.
Yep.
Trying to get past Workman here. Workman, beautiful job. He stacked him up there, but I think Blizzy might get a little bit of runoff here, but I think Workman will be clear all the way into the game.
BKR and LT make their way past KD, so move them to 4th and 5th. LT looking for a pass on BKR using the draft, entering now Canada corner. Turn number 8. We'll see if he can try and outbreak the 11. Looks like he'll give him that position. KD trying to go around the outside, trying to get a better arc into the corner, into the grass a little, but not going to hurt that car, and he's still side by side with the 19 of LT. Oh, runs him a little wide there. Some contact.
And if you look up in the front, it looks like Dirty Boy, obviously, both of these two guys ran the truck series earlier today, and they were both 1-2, and it would have been pretty close for the finish if Dirty Boy hadn't hit a lapper late and they were going there, but Dirty Boy, if anybody can catch Kenny, it's going to be him, so...
I think about Dirty Boy, he's a really good road course racer. Think about, you know, last season you were here at Watkins Glen when he won it.
LT is into the wall. Yeah, LT just lost 4 spots there. Looked like he might have gotten loose and then hit by the 18 and just kind of sent him off, and he's going to lose the spot to Workman, Glizzy, and
Tiger.
as well the 32. Yeah, Tiger, he was well off the back, and he has worked his way up through the field pretty good. This is the highest battle we have on track right now. KR's. Oh, Glizzy. Oh.
There was some door slamming into that corner there, and 55 over drove. That's another air clear car. So, kind of Workman there.
He was looking at Tiger behind him and just absolutely sent Workman.
That's another
Tiger,
thing.
I don't know how good he is on road courses, but he seems like obviously he's good as he lost that much time, and he's already trying to get up into 8th here. Or I believe this is actually for 7th now.
And that would be for 7th, right behind Workman, who's 6th, and trying to go around the outside of the carousel here, but it's a harder way around.
Make it work.
Yeah, that was a great corner right there. He did that.
Oh, he runs wide.
Oh, but the
Glizzy got loose.
Yeah.
Yeah, great work. He got around him, though.
Yeah, Glizzy's going to lose 3 spots off that.
This is currently the highest battle on track, and it looks like LT's getting run down by somebody behind him there. Or maybe that is LT trying to catch somebody. I can't tell with all these air cars.
I think that's the 48 right behind LT. Is that, if I'm not mistaken?
It might be Arrow.
Might be Arrow. We got Jesse into the sand pit at Canada corner.
And Tiger's going to get a run here on Workman. Might try to pass him on Australia. Oh, he got a little loose out of the corner there. This is still the best battle on track. You got 3 guys very close. 4 if you count.
Arrow,
LT
that is Arrow.
again?
LT's right behind Tiger, and then Arrow's right behind LT.
Who did we lose? Glizzy?
Yeah, Glizzy, when he spun off in the kink, lost, I think, 3 or 4 spots. So that was not... Oh, Workman's getting a little loose there off turn 1.
And looks like 3rd, 4th, and 5th are separated pretty evenly. I'm going to go make a check back up in the lead. Kenny has got maybe 3 seconds on Dirty Boy, and Dirty Boy has about 4 behind him. So, obviously, those are the 2 guys in the field. BKR, though, he's a guy who's really good at awkward racetracks, so I'd like to see what he can do. And Tiger's actually to the inside of Workman for 6.
Yeah, some contact made there as well, but some of these drivers have to really think about is that yellow's coming in a few laps, but there was some contact made there, Tiger and Workman, and Tiger goes on through to 6th. As you mentioned, LT is right there, and Arrow's right there as well, so that's a 3-car race for 7th, the 20, the 19, and the 40.
Looks like we got a battle for 4th. I believe that's between Katie and Big Jim.
KD moving up.
Jesse's on pit lane. He might be doing strategy, or he lagged out. Air Diddy's also on pit lane, so they might be doing some strategy here and stay out on this yellow.
Wondering if they've maybe pitted before 2 to go. If they were somehow able to do that.
He got tight and he actually lost a spot to Arrow through that. So, and a battle for 4th has ended pretty quickly there. KD actually got around Big Jim. So let's see what kind of. Oh, KD runs wide and he's gonna lose a little bit of time. Big Jim's gonna get a run coming up through turn 14. He's not gonna take it though.
I have to wonder if maybe Big Jim knew KD was faster and just let him go, because stage points don't, there's no stage points, so.
Yeah. That's another good spot right there. If you get a good run off of 15 on this straightaway,
yeah,
you have the momentum for 7-8 seconds at least.
You have the momentum for miles, basically.
Yeah, probably about a mile, I would say. It's a very long straightaway. Probably one of the longest ones in NASCAR.
This is the last lap of the stage. So we'll be getting a yellow here
I can't see
soon.
Jesse and Air Diddy. They're still on pit lane, so I don't know if they lagged out or what's going on.
Yeah, I'm going to assume they... I saw Jesse go off into the
us.
sand, and he just kind of stopped there. So I'm wondering if that was some sort of disconnection, right? As if you mentioned something with the spectating servers. This happened with Tango. Couldn't see him for a little bit in the Echo race because he was in pit lane.
And a little bit farther back in the pack, I believe this is for roughly the 9th place. You got Brennan and Glizzy, two, I would say, road course aces. A little farther back in the field than they would like in 9th and 10th, but the field will jumble back up, so we'll see who can make passes and opportunities here.
That's a good run for Brennan.
If I'm Dirty Boy, though, you got to think about making the pass as early as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Kenny going into stage 2, because Kenny, once he gets a clean track, as you can see, even if you look in the back camera, you cannot see Dirty Boy. So Kenny on this last lap here is done pretty well. He's probably got maybe at least 5 seconds. But Dirty Boy also got held up a little bit, so it's going to be cool to see what these guys can do here in stage 2.
You never know with restarts here. People setting off into turn 1, that can, it could happen back in row 5, but it could translate up to row 1, and you could have some stuff happen there. So Kenny will take the caution flag out in front in the 00. Dirty Boy 2nd, BKR 3rd, KD and Big Jim are right now.
They are battling pretty hard.
Yeah, side by side, all the way to the yellow. KD will be ahead of Big Jim. That's 4th and 5th. That was a really good battle between those two to end out this first stage.
And a shame to see him. Somebody who lost a lot of spots there was LT. I think he went from 2nd to 9th, so he lost quite a few positions throughout that stage.
And Workman Tiger 6th, 7th, as you mentioned, LT back to 9th. Brennan up to 10th. That's a really good run for him. He had to start back of the field. He didn't get to qualify, so he's already gained about 8 spots or so since the start of this race. That's not too bad.
Yeah, that's pretty good for Brennan. Obviously, we know Brennan as our road course ace when we go to any kind of road course, him and Kenny. It's going to be cool to see what he can do after gaining a little bit of... He's going to be still buried pretty far back, but at least he's going to be with people that are running his same speed, so he doesn't have to check up as hard.
Yeah.
So it's going to be cool to see what Brennan can do. It's also going to be cool what Dirty Boy can do here, as he's going to be on the inside of Kenny going into this corner. So
that's the interesting thing here. The even number of positions get the inside lane for turn 1, so that could possibly help them out, but we'll see if Dirty Boy can make it work. LT overshot it last time when he was in 2nd.
Oh, Kenny might have missed a shift there.
Yeah, he's not as fast up to speed. Dirty Boy trying to clear him into turn 1.
Oh, contact between these two.
KD
there will
forcing
be more
Kenny
contact.
wide.
Oh, Kenny into the sand trap.
Dirty Boy will clear.
It. Kenny's going to keep 2nd as they are stacked up behind him. 3 wide for 3rd, I believe. Workman's got to 3rd. Beautiful restart from him.
Brennan in grass, and he'll lose many positions off that. He had to save his car, but there's Workman, as you mentioned. Tiger stacked up behind that. KD did not have a good restart. LT beside him. You have Arrow just behind that.
BKR lost a lot of spots. He lost over 4 positions.
Yeah, look at KD moving out here under braking as you try to not hit the guy in front of you. That starts fanning out into that corner.
I don't know if you saw Big Jim, but he was breaking it like a 250 sign. He went flying off in there. Oh, he's going to cut off Allen. And Tiger's gotten to third. He's another great road course racer to see what he can do. But Dirty Boy, he's up front here.
LT clears KD for fifth. Here comes BKR trying to get ground
KD
back.
cuts the corner hard.
Workman goes really wide.
KD gets loose.
I'm wondering if KD got loose or if he was giving it back with how bad he cut that corner. But yeah, as you mentioned, this race back here is insane.
Yeah, this is just how the restarts go here. Looks like everyone's starting to single file out.
We got Workman in the dirt.
Big Jim's getting a run here on BKR. What does he do? He's going to push BKR past Workman.
Right behind that, Allen, KD, and others. They're three wide. We got contact. Workman off.
Oh, BKR overdrove.
Really overdrove. He's in the tire barriers. Here comes Big Jim. Will get by all that to get up to fifth. Oh my gosh.
Big Jim. And up front, Kenny's reeled Dirty Boy in one lap. So what kind of defense does Dirty Boy have? We've seen it in previous racetracks. Dirty Boy hold off Kenny for a long amount of time. But this isn't Watkins Glen. There's a lot more passing opportunities here. So, and Kenny's just so smooth.
Yeah, that was really good turn one for Kenny. Look at all the ground he gained. Already looking low.
He's just gonna throw it up the inside.
And to turn
now
two right here.
Boy trying to,
he pinched him off.
Between these two.
He did not give Kenny any room there. That was a perfect defense move from Dirty Boy.
And look at fifth on back. They are stacked up from about Big Jim. There's a small gap in between Workman and KD, but there's maybe 8 guys stacked up in there, so. And up front. Let's see Bernie make a move. Dirty Boy and Kenny. This is the battle I wanted to see.
Yeah.
You know, this dates back all the way back to Watkins Glen of season number 1. These two, they weren't shy to give each other a little bit of contact. So, if that's anything like how this race is going to go, this is going to be a good race.
You remember that race? Kenny he fell back, then had to make his way back up, then he wrecked again, then had to make his way back up. He was running laps I didn't even think possible in that race. And, you know, I'm sad we didn't get C battle between them two, but look at that.
Outside.
And Dirty Boy not giving him room, trying to shove him off.
He's going to
into
keep
the
it there.
kink. Yeah, that's hard to go side by side through there. Can't do that cleanly.
To do. It was a risky move.
Here comes Tiger though. Look at the run he had because of all that. He's right up onto their back door.
He wasn't there in season 1, and LT's. He's not too far off those guys either.
Yeah, that is. This is getting insane. If Dirty Boy keeps holding off Kenny like this long.
We've got 5 guys racing for 7th on back. Arrow makes contact with Allen. Brandon's going to make contact with Arrow. 2 tires in the grass. Arrow's going to throw it up the inside of Allen. They are racing really hard back here in the back half of the top 10.
And there it is, the 88, the 48. I think that's the 1 in the 9.
We also got to look up here in the front. I'm going to keep an eye on LT as he can still see this battle.
Kenny again trying to get a better turn 1 than Dirty Boy. I think he kind of messed up a little bit though, drove it in too much.
Yeah, he definitely messed up a little bit, and Tiger is just right there in case they want to make more contact and a mistake. Tiger can take advantage as well.
And Tiger and LT are 2 to watch out for. Sometimes it's the guy in 3rd and 4th that ends up winning these battles because the front 2 are too worried about each other and they could spin off, get into a tire barrier or something like that. Not out of the ordinary at road course especially.
Any kind of small contact can result in catastrophic issues. So, and BKR's actually got back up to the top 5. He was, I believe, 3rd when pit stops happened, so he's gotten clear of the main field.
Kenny really close in that last set of corners, though he's down to a few car lengths.
Yeah, these two actually started to pull away from Tiger and LT again, so I think these two are the ones to watch. But if they keep battling the way they did and make another huge mistake, and look, Kenny's going to get an arc off, and he's going to get a huge run again. I don't think they're going to go side by side through this corner. It didn't work last time. LT lap count in the stage?
3 out of 4.
Alright, so white flag this time
by.
Oh, Kenny's loose!
Kenny got loose.
And he's lucky he didn't wreck it though right there.
Man.
That could have been... Ooh.
Yeah, he hit that jut in the wall, and it just... I don't even know.
That could have sent the rear end of the car out and completely taken out Tiger and LT in the process, but...
Oh, beautiful job from Kenny. Beautiful. Just overall beautiful there. I don't know how he didn't spin. I would have probably wrecked that. So, look, just his corner entry is so much better than Dirty Boy's.
Dirty Boy once again trying to break the draft down this long straightaway, but here it is. The final
And
lap
Kenny's
of the
not
stage
even,
is underway.
Kenny's not even following it, so Dirty Boy's is going to give him like half a car a draft? Yeah, Kenny's not really worried about the draft. I think Kenny's more focused on. And the draft is set very, very low, so even if it's not going to do much.
I think
Kenny's corner is just so much better.
Yeah, Kenny just gets off the corner so much better. He still has the momentum down the straight. He doesn't need draft. It's just all corner exit for Kenny again. Just a little bit better there.
I don't think he has a better exit. I think his entry and center are way better than Dirty Boy, and then he maintains his Dirty Boy arcs it a little harder than Kenny does. And
Kenny's peeking out.
I don't think he's going to launch it up there. That'd be way too ambitious of a move. There, coming up here, up into turn 5, maybe 6. I don't really know.
There's too many corners to keep count of. He is right there, though.
Oh, he kind of missed the apex there. Dirty Boy got loose. And I think it is just going to be between these two. But Tiger is kind of close.
This carousel, though, this is where Kenny's been really, really good the past 2 laps.
Yeah, Kenny, watch Kenny. He overdrives it here.
Like
and then he goes
diamonds
out wide, and then, yeah, that's what you want to do here. Oh, he's going to cut the course, though. And Dirty Boy's got the biggest gap he's had in 2 laps. Oh, but Dirty Boy cuts the corner. He's going to lose speed here. Here comes Kenny.
He has a nice run, huge momentum. Dirty Boy to block it, trying
Dirty Boy
to.
blocks. Oh, Kenny didn't go up the inside. Dirty Boy,
he
might have broken a little bit too much.
Yeah, Kenny
Dirty Boy slides up. Here comes Kenny.
Oh, can't get there. Dirty Boy able to clear
man.
for now, but the final 2 corners right here, Kenny's going to launch it in.
Kenny up to the inside.
And now right here, this time, does he cross under?
Back?
He's gonna.
Dirty
Look at, he
Boy
backed
is a
off.
Smart man, though. Dirty Boy had a great corner.
He can block from here, I think.
Yeah, I think Dirty Boy's got it made. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful stage.
What a battle between those two.
And Tiger's going to get 3rd, LT 4th. And LT and Tiger,
they stayed there.
Tiger lost a little bit more ground than LT did. We had a little gap in between him and Tiger, so. And then 5th, I have no idea.
BKR.
BKR.
Good
BKR's
recovery.
another good one, but he lost a little bit of ground there. And Allen's up to 8th. Big Jim was 6th. Workman 7th. So Workman's staying right around that 7th place area.
Brennan 9th, so even after he fell back on the restart, still got back up there. And Katie back down to 10th, though.
Yeah, your guys that were like up there in the points. Dirty Boy obviously leading this thing. LT in 4th. Workman 7th. And Katie all the way back into 10th. That's not going to be a good point stay for KD. I think he missed a race as well, but even so. Still got a good points, so.
Here, this is the most important restart, Tim, right here. This is the restart to set up the end of this race, so.
Yeah, you do not want to make a mistake. If you're any of the top 5, no mistakes. You cannot afford. Oh, and Brennan. Either, I don't know if he. I think Brennan might have stayed on purpose. Nope.
Oh, nope.
If I was Brennan, I would have raced it out, went as long as I could.
Yeah, honestly, at that point, that's like a different strategy.
If I was Brennan, I would have just raced that out.
You know what? That helps Dirty Boy, though, because that allowed Kane to be behind him now, not beside him for that restart.
Oh, man. These two are going to do battles.
3 wide into turn number 2.
Workman another great restart.
Shoving LT in the tire. Big Jim got
man.
sent by Glizzy, I think it was, and they were basically 4 wide off that corner. And now it's a pack of 3 by 3. Look at this. They are 3 wide. They were 2 rows deep.
Top 2 are gone. You got to be smart here. Oh, man. LT's in a bad spot. Him and BKR lost a lot of ground there.
Yeah, but you might see some sense here into this corner.
Oh, man. There goes
Workman.
Oh, man. KD has managed to get up to
KD's using the grass route. Joker lap for the 18.
Oh, man. Workman's going to shove him wide. LT's battling Big Jim for 6th. LT's going to get clear. No contact between him and Jim.
And you can hear from in-car radio, LT very nervous on this restart.
And Tigers dropped all the way back to maybe 10th. I think
that was not a good
actually.
Restart for the 32.
Well, 32 was the one that got... LT was underneath him and just got absolutely sent by LT and Workman there. Nothing LT could really do. Workman just missed the corner. Oh, Allen! Oh man, beautiful save by LD Allen.
Oh,
Made
KD
contact
and
with
Workman are
Brennan.
battling up here. This is a big battle for fourth
Arrow's
right
gonna
now.
get past Big Jim as we look up into the front. Kenny to the lead.
There you go. So, oh, but Dirty Boy's trying to come back. Kenny goes wide, but can't. Dirty Boy can't do
A little
anything.
bit of time. Dirty Boy, I think you gotta hit him. Cause you saw Kenny can get a huge gap over Dirty Boy if he gets a lap in clean air.
Yeah, Kenny was so much faster than Dirty Boy last stage. Dirty Boy needed to do what he was doing last stage and try and hold him up as much as he can, but...
And they must have made contact because third place is like right up there.
Well, he's not far back.
And that's Glizzy Wagons. That is
that's a road course man that I'd watch out for.
That's a great job by Glizzy. I can't believe he made his way all the way up through there.
Wow, Glizzy sent him to turn one.
Dirty Boy.
Oh, he's loose! Glizzy into the tires!
Oh, 8 of the tires.
Be able to keep it going straight, but loses 3, 4, 5 spots right there just off of that one mistake.
And it is 3rd through about 11th are just stacked up right now.
Yeah, you got up at the front of all that. I mean, that's KD and then LT and then Workman.
The last one in the group is Allen, so that's about 3rd through 11th or 12th, just stacked up.
Dirty Boy wide into the corner. I don't know if he's trying to get an arc or if
he's
he
gonna launch
just...
it up the inside. Oh, he gets hit from behind. That's for about 7th, maybe 8th.
Yeah, that's what's Glizzy. That's 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. I mean, that's basically like the whole back half of the field in this battle.
And
Tiger
Katie's
trying to
third,
rebound.
And LT, he was another man who was really fast here. So if he makes quick work of KD, which he really wants to get around KD here as fast as he possibly can.
Glizzy and Big Jim still not done making contact. Tiger gets by both of them because Big Jim sent Glizzy into the corner.
And LT's got a little bit of a run on KD here if he doesn't run wide. He doesn't. Oh, he's loose. Oh, man. Great save by LT. LT with a sigh of relief.
Yeah, they're getting loose off that corner. Big Jim just got loose and got into the grass there and lost all sorts of time to Glizzy in 8th.
Oh, man. LT.
LT sends him to Ken the corner. That's what he did to Kenny in the Echo race.
Oh, man. Oh, Dirty Boy's overdriving. You can see he went off.
Yeah.
Wide going entry.
Oh, KD's loose. Oh, he gets into LT. KD's really wide. Entry.
And Workman's going to get a 2-for-1. He's side by side with LT for 3rd.
And BKR's right behind that. Watch for the 11. He didn't really get halted in any way in that.
If BKR has an ability to go 3 wide, he will.
Man, that was a crazy turn of
LT
events for those two.
didn't try to side draft on that straightaway here. But LT's on the outside. He's going to let Workman go. Workman overdrives the corner. LT gets a little loose in the center.
Workman goes really wide, though. Gets loose as well. LT back to his inside. There goes BKR following through. No, he's going to back off and let those two go side by side.
And LT's going to get clear of this. And LT really hasn't lost that much time to your top 2 as Dirty Boy hasn't. I think he actually had a better first half than Kenny has so far.
Dirty Boy did gain a slight bit back, it looks like, but not allowing Kenny to get too far away.
Driving in. He's having to drive. I think Dirty Boy, whatever happens, you cannot pit on the same lap as Kenny.
Yeah.
You gotta either have some kind of advantage.
Oh, Kenny's loose though! Loose. And Dirty Boy's back to the lead. That's what Dirty Boy needed. He pressured him into a mistake, kept it close, made Kenny have to drive it that hard.
It wasn't even that close. I wouldn't even say it was pressure. I think Kenny was just overdriving the car.
Yeah, but being like he sees Dirty Boy in his mirror, he knows he still has to push it harder than he would normally push it if he was just out in front. He knew he had to stay, you know, far enough away from him because he saw Dirty Boy driving it into those corners. But
and Dirty Boy just is not good. He does not have a good exit out of this corner, which really hurts his momentum all the way up into Canadian corners. So
yeah, Kenny's a lot better through the carousel, and that takes him all the way, as you mentioned, to Canada corner and
Canada corner.
Canadian corner.
The Keegan corner.
And even Canada corner, Kenny's a little bit better through that too. Dirty Boy didn't really get through it that well.
And Kenny ran a little bit wide there, but the things about this is the more cars that run over the exit, like on the grass, it actually smooths it out. So I saw LT run a little wide there, and he didn't really get any grass effect or anything. He just kind of like drove over that, and he's actually gained a bunch of time on Kenny here. So I don't know if Kenny made a bad adjustment or what, but he's losing a lot of time. And LT's actually catching on both of your top 2 right now.
Yeah, Kenny has just not had a great Start to the
Kenny's
stage.
overdriving it. I think that's what's going on. Kenny is. He obviously was overdriving it when Dirty Boy was behind him, but now that Dirty Boy's in front of him, he's definitely overdriving it now.
Oh, and they're all sorts of sideways back there for whatever. I think that was like 7th, 8th. I saw one car way off into the grass, and I mean that's like Tiger and Workman, all them back there. So we have a few cars on pit road. Brennan,
And
Allen.
Tiger's actually moved himself up to 5th, so he's made it through that mess. And somebody LT's bringing up with him actually. In 4th is BKR, not too far off your top 2 as well.
Koala
But
also on
LT
pit road.
is, I will say LT is on a charge. He's actually getting a lot of time on Dirty Boy. Not as much on Kenny, but Kenny still has to get around Dirty Boy. And you know those two aren't afraid to make a little bit of contact with each other. Let's see if any of the front runners here pit this time by.
Yes, that means the pit window is open to make it from here on one more stop. So those drivers obviously thinking that they want to pit early, try and get some clean air, some clean track to then run some hot laps on those fresh tires, so that they're not in the pack and losing even more time to the leaders. So that's a good call if you're back there to pit then and get some clean racetrack to get out in front. But Kenny's still trying to charge on Dirty, but driving it so hard, man. He is.
Yeah, he's definitely overdriving it. I think he wanted to be in front of Dirty Boy for pit stops. I think Kenny's definitely going to have to make some kind of adjustment, whether it's too loose in or too tight in and loose off or something, but that car does not look good. But somebody who's got this thing absolutely hooked up right now is LT in 3rd.
He's doing a nice job just keeping those front two within sight. If they make contact, make a mistake, he'll be right there to pounce, and it could be a 3-car race for the win. And he's gaining actually down the straightaway.
Yeah, his pit, I think maybe 6th place, roughly area might have pitted. Not too sure there.
Trying to see.
Maybe like a blue car, maybe Workman.
Oh, it was Arrow. Arrow's on pit road.
Arrow's on pit road.
And I think he's the only soul on pit road this lap.
And Dirty Boy's actually starting to get a gap. LT looks like to be the fastest of your front 3 as they've pulled away from either Tiger or BKR, whoever that is in 4th.
Looks like that is BKR in 4th and Tiger I think is 5th, but these drivers still have 5 laps of fuel left on board. At least that's what Big Jim has, so they can still go quite a ways. If they want to stretch this out as long as they can do that.
Now, I would say worn tires feel better than fresh tires. So
at all road courses,
if you're one of the front guys, do short pit and try to
get tires
like,
for the later
tires.
Yeah. I mean that's possible if you're. I mean LT's running them down though. So
yeah, LT's running them down. So if I'm LT, if I do get back to the back bumper of Kenny and he's slowing LT down, if I'm LT, I pit then. So then you're getting clean track out from behind Kenny, so you don't have to worry about that. But also the risk about that is getting caught up with slow cars. So you got to be aware of that as well.
I think that the good thing for them is they're not too terribly far ahead of the rest of the pack, so they would probably merge out far enough behind that pack to where they wouldn't have to worry. But that is still a great point. If there are stragglers back there, if you pit, you could get caught behind them, and then you. In an attempt to get clean
Dirty
track.
Boy. Whew. You had to save it off of that corner. And Kenny and
closing on Kenny. LT's
Any
really
of your
there.
top 3 come in? No. Anybody else behind?
Tiger up to 4th. Katie
Tiger
5th.
up to 4th. Katie stays out. Everybody else looks like stays out. And Allen was one that came down pit road. I'm not sure who else. Who would be the first guy who's pitted already? I think everyone has to pit anyways.
Yeah.
Too sure. Maybe Tango could stretch it, but it's a little bit of a stretch.
You have to save 3 laps. I mean, Dirty Boy got loose off that corner. Kenny is now closing into the 0-0. That's a long straightaway to lose momentum for Dirty Boy right here.
Yeah, and he lost a lot of ground at his lead right there.
Kenny got thrown into the corner.
I don't know if you just saw how deep LT threw that in there, but
yeah.
He's right in this battle now as well. There's
3
maybe
cars.
3-4 car lengths separating your top 3 here.
LT is faster than Kenny.
And I think LT's actually pushing Kenny up to Dirty Boy. And if that's the case, Kenny might be feeling the pressure. And Kenny under pressure, you know, he overdrives the car and he might go up into Dirty Boy. So A lot of stuff going on. I believe Arrow is the highest guy. Arrow or Allen are the highest guys who have pitted so far. And they are about a minute behind the front three here.
I think Brennan, I think it's those two and Brennan that have pitted so far. I think it's only those three that have tried that strategy of pitting sooner, getting those the worn tires for there. That sounds weird to say, but it's the truth at road courses. But Kenny, right to the back bumper,
Oh,
dirty
he
boy.
hit him.
Trying to go around the outside here.
He wants to go outside, so he gets inside for this corner, and he can just run the guy wide.
Oh,
So
great
Kenny
run
was trying to
again.
do.
Does he cross
And
under
Dirty
here in the
Boy-
final corner?
Dirty Boy is really good at just holding his line.
Parked it right
Kenny,
there.
if I'm Kenny, I'll shoot to the pit lane now.
Yeah, there he is.
Yes, he does. There it goes. Yeah, that's a good move. Tiger's going to come in as well. That's second, fourth. Fifth's coming in. Seventh is coming in. A lot of the guys are coming in this time by.
But now this is an opportunity for LT as well. He has relatively clear racetrack in front of him. Obviously, Dirty Boy's there, but he doesn't have a car right in his front bumper, so he can try and push hard now and try and get a good lap in before he has to make his pit stop, so he can try and stay, maybe even leap Kenny.
I think that's a good thing for LT to have that.
Yeah.
Because he still kind of has that carrot on the stick in front of him in Dirty Boy. Let's see if any of these main guys speed. Hopefully Kenny didn't. Obviously Kenny, he practices a lot, so he'll know what the pit speed is.
Oh, Dirty Boy's wide in the corner! LT's by him!
LT passed him now. LT's the provisional leader on the track. Let's see if Kenny is clean. Kenny's clean. He's off and away.
Entering
Kenny
those
is-
high braking corners, you like to engine brake, and sometimes it gets your car snappy loose, and I think that's what happened to Dirty Boy. He maybe just did it at the wrong point, and it got that car snappy loose and went to the right, and he had to correct it, and LT gets a... And now he's loose again. Dirty Boy has lost so much ground. Kenny's definitely going to come out ahead of him if Kenny can put together a good lap.
I think Dirty Boy, what happens is, late in these runs, if your left front is destroyed, your car is just unbelievably uncontrollable. So that might be what Dirty Boy's going through right now. And Kenny's obviously slingshotting off into turn 5 right now.
That was a terrible sequence of events for Dirty Boy. He'll be lucky to come out with the front two at the end of all this because he's so far back of LT now, and you have to wonder where Kenny's going to cycle out in all this.
That's a good thing for LT. He had the carrot on the stick in Dirty Boy, and then as soon as Dirty Boy was slowing down, Dirty Boy got loose and got out of his way. So LT might have... this might be a great opportunity for LT. If he pits this time, maybe he stays out. LT's coming in.
Yep.
Dirty
you
Boy.
have to be
If
aggressive,
Dirty
but
Boy
not too
doesn't
aggressive.
Pit, I think LT's made pit speed. Dirty Boy's very aggressive. He's going to make pit speed. Now, where
Where's Kenny?
Kenny and Tiger's not too far. He's maybe like 6 seconds behind Kenny. Obviously, he's not going to be with your top 3 here, but let's see here if you can look on Big Jim's stream and see if anybody else has stayed out.
Well, Big Jim also pitted, so I cannot see anything now. I see Big Jim taking no tires, even though his left front's at 16%. Now he's going to go for the call of 4 tires.
And Kenny is almost to your last corner now, through the second to last corner. Runs a little bit wide.
LT's
Through the
still
last
in his
corner,
pit
he's going to
stall.
get a great slingshot off. Here comes Kenny onto the front straightaway.
It's a long
as he's
front straightaway, though. LT has one of the last pit stalls.
He's going to fly up the uphill to the start-finish line. LT needs to leave now if he's going to be in front of Kenny.
He's leaving
He
with
leaves
the
now.
10. It is going to be...
And Kenny is going to be miles in front of these guys. Oh, man. Beautiful stuff from Kenny there. How many to go, LT?
We are 5 to go.
5 to go. So that's the gap LT has to make up. It's maybe like 2.5 seconds. But now Kenny, he still has to drive harder, but not as hard as he was trying to catch up to Dirty Boy. So that's good for him. If Jim's out now, you might be able to check to see if Kenny is still leader now.
Kenny is the race leader. So it looks like
so
everyone is
here's
either
your-
pitted or they're on their strategy of where they're going to kind of cycle
Oh,
out where
LT
they are.
is way
Oh,
off
yeah,
track
that's the
into the
sand
sand
pit.
trap.
He's lucky he
And
didn't
Dirty
get
Boy's gonna get pretty
farther into
close.
that, but yeah, Dirty
Kenny.
Boy's going to be right there, and Tiger's
And
not that far
speaking of
behind
all
him
this,
as well.
Tiger is actually, he's done a great job through here. And they've lost so much time to Kenny now. Kenny maybe has like 4.5 seconds.
That's right for Kenny. You don't have to push it really that hard now. Just kind of back it down a little bit. Make sure you don't get loose off these corners. When you're engine braking, don't do what Dirty Boy did, entering turn 4.
Well, they're all on relatively new tires now, so that's not going to be any of the concern out of these guys. It's mainly just when your left front's in like the 20s, it starts to get drifty like that engine braking. So I don't think any of these guys are going to have to really worry about that. But, oh, Big Jim, or Dirty Boy ran a little wide there, trying to catch up to LT, but Kenny already through Canada corner.
Slings it in there really wide.
Solid. Dirty Boy is driving it so hard into the corners.
LT, Dirty Boy, Tiger, second, third, fourth.
This is 4 to go here.
Yep.
Kenny has to just maintain for 4 laps. He's got a big enough gap. It's maybe like 3.5. So, there we go, 4 to go.
It's a nice size gap when you look back and you can't see them come up the hill yet.
And I'm with Dirty Boy. Like on board with Dirty Boy, and you can barely see Kenny. You can just see him turning off in the corner, and LT's a little loose. So I don't know if LT made an adjustment or just new tires are messing with LT a little bit. Dirty Boy hit the gas a little too early. That's the thing about this track as well. You have to be patient on the gas, because if you get into the gas a little too early, it's going to slow you down. And Tiger's right in here as well, so.
Ooh, LT again going really wide in that corner, got into the grass again. Here comes Dirty Boy. Able to hold him off for now, keeping at bay, but.
Yeah, there's nobody behind Tiger, so Tiger really has nothing to lose.
Oh, Dirty Boy really loose.
And I think 5th is Workman. Battle for 6th between KD and BKR. That's a good points battle for KD. He's going to get a run here on BKR.
Looking beside him here.
And if he slingshots around the outside, oh! If I was him, I would have just stayed at the gas.
That bow back there's getting a little entertaining. I think that, yeah, this Big Jim and Glizzy and Arrow.
Oh, Tango's
and Allen.
Rough time.
It's a 4-way battle for.
He's got a pretty good gap. But LT, I think, is either Kenny made a mistake or LT's just pushed the gas down because he has gained a lot of time. Look at it now. Maybe it's like 2 seconds.
Yeah, he really gained.
He's putting pace down right now.
He may have cut it even in half. I mean, it was a good
maybe
way. It's like 4
less.
Seconds. Now it's probably about
it's
2.
Roughly like maybe 2, maybe. Might be less than 2.
This with 3 to go, so there's still a lot of time left in this race for mistakes to be made and corners to be overdriven. It's definitely not over.
That might have been LT's best lap of the race right there. He made a very minute mistake there, but Kenny must have just. Oh, but Kenny is so good out of turn 1. That's got to be Kenny's best part of the track. LT enters a little wide, gets a great exit out. I think he's starting to pull away from Dirty Boy just a slight bit, which is good for all 3 of them, really. Because LT looks like when he's not having to worry about anybody behind him, I think he might actually be faster than Kenny here.
Yeah, I think they're very comparable on speed for sure.
He doesn't overdrive it. Beautiful corner from LT. That's got to be his best turn 4 I think we've seen him do all night.
That was basically textbook turn 4 right there, and he needs those types of corners to reel in that double zero because Kenny also.
Oh,
no, that's not good. That is not good at all. LT is by him.
LT to lead.
And now the 4 cars are there.
4 cars are under a blanket. All of a sudden, Tiger's in here. Oh, this is going to be a good finish here. Kenny made a mistake. And now, if I'm Kenny, you made a mistake, but you cannot get flustered. You cannot think about that.
Look at him diamond the carousel again.
And he is right behind LT. And now, if I'm LT, just run the same laps you were doing because it was working.
The problem is, though, sometimes you don't have that reference car in front of you. You don't have that carrot on the stick, as you were mentioning, and maybe you don't push as hard, or maybe you push it too hard.
Kenny, beautiful corner.
That was really good for Kenny. He's been really good at Canada corner as well here tonight.
Kenny's going to get a little bit of a drive off here, maybe, if he tries.
2 to go at the line.
2 to go. LT overdrove the corner.
Yeah, Kenny's going to get to his inside right here.
LT tries the block. He's pinching him hard. LT, maybe if he tries to get on his corner panel.
Try to get some
LT's
side
gonna let
draft.
him go.
2 to go.
LT's gonna let him go. He's gonna get the draft. Dirty Boy's loving this.
Tiger a little bit farther back and forth, but who knows what could happen.
These 4 guys are very close. LT looks like Kenny's really good entering there. And
Yeah.
I think he's staying in second for a while and getting a great run out.
Oh, he goes a little wide there, though. He got a great
man,
run off, though. That's a great launch.
Yeah, LT did not get the corner he needed. But now LT has that carrot on the stick, like I said earlier. But LT, obviously, I think when he has a reference car is better than when he doesn't. Just outbreak yourself in these corners.
Oh, that's a really good turn 4 for LT right there. Got into it nice.
That was a great exit from Kenny, though. I think he lost time through that. He did a great job. Now this has got to be a trouble. This is a trouble spot for Kenny here. We've seen him get loose here more than once.
Did a good job that time.
I think LT gained maybe half a tenth. I think Kenny's just. Oh, Kenny runs wide.
No, he really wide that time, and that sets up for maybe a bad carousel.
Yeah, but Kenny's gonna overdrive it here to swing wide. And
LT goes wider.
Wide as well. Oh, but Kenny's just had a perfect exit out of there.
Dirty Boy's gained on these front 2.
We got about a lap and a half left. LT in the grass. Beautiful corner from both of these front
Kenny
2.
getting a little loose.
Kenny's got to be. I think he's loose, but he's also overdriving it as well.
He's been really good at Canada corner.
Throwing it up the inside.
Dirty Boy.
Might even hit him. Dirty Boy up the inside of LT. LT and Dirty Boy are going to be side by side. That's what Kenny wants to see.
Yeah, Kenny wants to see these 2 battle as hard as they can.
And Dirty Boy clears.
So now can Dirty Boy get to Kenny? He's been running really good laps here. He's got to throw it in deep.
Oh, he's loose.
Oh, and that
LT back to second. And
so now can LT gain that gap back?
He has to gain 8 tenths. And he was right on Kenny in Canada corner.
That's the white flag. 4 miles left. 4 miles for a mistake to be made.
Now, I hate to bring it up, but we have seen LT in the past in Echo with Kenny going into Canada corner, make contact. So if I'm LT, do you make the same move again? And is Kenny thinking about that? Kenny is definitely thinking about that as he gets a little loose.
I think if you're close enough in one of these heavy braking zones, you have to try for the bumper, right?
Absolutely, and I think you got to wait for Canada corner because that's the last really hard braking zone. You do it here.
He has time to get you back. Really good by both those drivers through there. LT maybe gained a skosh on him. Oh yeah, if they stay like this, it's going to come down to the final few corners, and who knows, contact could be made. Dirty Boy could come out of it and from 3rd to win, or even Tiger in 4th. Oh, LT threw it in deep right there. Gained some time. This carousel. LT staying with them.
A little bit of technical difficulties on my end. I'm back now.
They are nose to tail entering Canada corner.
Now LT, what does LT do? Does he overdrive it? Does he use the bumper?
Does he maybe back it up if Kenny's expecting something?
He brakes a little hard. Oh man.
He goes a little wide. LT a little bit.
Is LT waiting for the last corner to get the bumper? Will LT even give him the bumper?
That's a pretty good area of the track to.
He's a little loose. He's got to throw it in.
Throw it in. Some hits to Kenny. They're in the grass. They're side by side. The final corner. Who gets back in the gas first?
LT's got a little bit of a gap.
He has half a car length to the line.
LT's gonna win it. What a finish.
Who said road courses weren't good?
Oh man, what a finish.
Oh, that's 2 drivers giving it their all right down to the end. That's pure racing. That's great stuff.
I cannot believe LT got there. He had to drive that in so deep to get there.
That was
amazing job from LT. And that's got to be heartbreak for Kenny.
That's as good a race as I've ever seen at Road America. 4 cars within a second and a quarter at the end. It can't get much better than that. I'll be perfectly honest with you. That is about as good as it will get. You know, obviously, if you're Kenny, you're heartbroken. That was such a good race, and to lose in that manner. I don't know if he's going to be upset or what, but those last few corners, you knew contact was going to be made.
Yeah, I think LT did everything right. I was kind of hesitant there when he didn't do it in Canada corner, but he just launched it off in there in the last corner, and I thought it was going to be a lot closer than it was. I think Kenny might have gotten loose or maybe missed a shift, something.
Yeah.
These road courses are so technical. He might have been worried more about trying to be next LT, and he might have just over-revved the car just
Yeah, you get just a little bit too much wheel spin.
Yeah.
Just that slight bit, but I mean, that was such a great battle between all those guys at the end. All four of those guys were putting on a show.
And did Tiger get third?
Yeah, Tiger got up to third by 2/10 off Dirty Boy, so what a recovery for Tiger right there.
That's a shame for Dirty Boy. He goes from almost to the back bumper at Kenny and drops all the way back down to fourth. So, but these four guys, they definitely, I think this is so far the race of the season.
Yeah.
You know, Las Vegas obviously had LT pull away late, and then I guess Richmond had a really good finish as well. But four guys just under a blanket here, just giving it their all.
Does anyone have Tiger added so we can add him to the PlayStation chat and give him an interview?
Well, I couldn't even see what his name is. If you don't, you could just search the name, but I am not too sure what his is.
I think LT said he has him, so.
Our league commissioner joining the call.
Man, that was... I still can't believe the end of that. That's as good as it gets. That is great quality racing. We'll wait for Tiger in here. We'll interview him first because I'd love to hear his perspective. Tiger, there you are. Third place finish, but that was a battle all throughout the race for you, let me tell you. And to get up there at the end, you were kind of nowhere at the start of that third stage, but you quickly gained on them. And with how they were battling in front, do you think that maybe had a shot to win with LT and Kenny battling as hard as they were?
Maybe. I didn't think I was going to win. I was shuffled back to 14th and started the first stage and third stage. I was pretty far back, and I didn't think I was going to have a chance. I was hoping that maybe they'd take each other out in the last corner, but they didn't, and I got third. At least Dirty Boy messed up, so I think I would have gotten fourth or second, so I don't think it would have mattered.
Tim, do you have a question?
Yeah, Tiger looked like going off into turn 3, I believe that is. It looked like Workman got into LT and it just ran you wide. Talk us through how you methodically worked your way up through the pack and then caught those guys with a little bit of laps left there in this third stage.
Yeah, I don't really remember, but just most people making mistakes and just not making mistakes, minimizing them, and taking advantage of those mistakes they make and using momentum to get past them. And I think pit road was also a big deal. There was a massive undercut that Kenny pulled on LT and Dirty Boy.
Well, congratulations on a third place finish. That was a gutsy performance for sure out of you. That was a really, really good drive in that final stage. Get up to P3 again by Dirty Boy there at the end, and we'll see you next week. Really good run.
Thank you.
I think the next person we'll have is LT. So LT, you were in the party with us the whole race, and I know it was probably a little annoying at the end having to hear people commentate in your while you're going for the win, but take us through it with Kenny, because you looked like, I mean, you kind of came out of nowhere. I know you say you're not good at road courses, but I think the last few road course races you've done, you've shown that you can hang with the big boys at these types of tracks. So take us through it, seeing Kenny make the mistake, and then get by him, then him again back by you, and then take us through the final corner as well.
Yeah, that was probably one of the best battles I've had on a road course like ever in this game. Just credit to Kenny for running a good race. I didn't want to send him to the moon in the last corner, but I have to go for it. And my apologies, but I got to go for a win. But I tried my best to run him down. That was probably the hardest I drove the car at a road course ever. And he was making a couple mistakes. I don't know if he was getting loose or what, but I was just trying to hit my marks. When I got fresh tires, I was making mistakes because it was just different handling. But when the worn tires came to me, it was just so much faster, and I was able to run them down. And I had a shot there at the end, and I I wanted to race them clean, but in the final corner, the last lap, I got to do something. But it was a really good finish.
At least you didn't full send him into the Tiberius and Canada corner this time. He was able to come out of it in second. I think Tim lagged out of the party, so I don't think he'll have a question for you. I could go to Brennan, though, our league commissioner. Brennan, do you have a
So,
question for LT?
take me through like the first like two stages because I know you were stuck in mid pack.
hmm Yeah, the first stage was horrible. Just handling was not there. Really loose. I made a lot of mistakes, and I think I sent a couple of people too by mistake. So first stage was not good. Second stage was much better. I got a good start and got away from the mess. Um, but I also want to apologize to Tiger because Workman sent it on the inside and he doored me, and I sent Tiger into the grass, and I felt really bad because he lost a lot of spots. So, yeah, those stages, you just got to get out of the mess in the first lap, and, you're out scotch-free. So, I tried to do that, and, yeah, just really, really fun race. I had a lot of fun. That was great.
Well, Tim and I had a lot of fun commentating it, as you heard. Congratulations on the win. Your second of the season. That will definitely move you even further into the points lead ahead of Dirty Boy and them. But congrats on the win, and we'll see you next week. I believe it's a doubleheader next week, so that'll be fun to see what happens.
Yep, thank you.
I don't think is Kenny in here. Brendan, is he joining?
He might be too upset.
Okay.
Of course, I didn't watch it. I choked. I don't want to talk about my race.
Okay.
But, I think he choked. I'll look at it later on stream. But, yeah, good race. Seemed like Road America's a tough track. So we'll just go to next week, Dover, Charlotte doubleheader, and regroup from there.
As you mentioned, Dover, Charlotte doubleheader. That'll be 25% races, so 100 laps for each there. It's going to be a fun one. That's two completely different racetracks. So these drivers are going to have to go out, do Dover, and then immediately go out and do Charlotte. That'll be a fun one to watch next Sunday night around the same time. Thanks to Tim for joining me in the booth, even though his internet died at the end. Thanks, Tim, for joining. At least he got through the whole race before it happened. And thanks to LT for being in race report, keeping us updated on laps left and stuff like that. So until next week from Dover and Charlotte, thanks for watching the Elite Racer Series Race 4 presented by Double G Construction and Roofing. And we'll see you guys next week for the doubleheader.